The Pokemon company, Gamefreak, Nintendo, they finally just broke some silence with Pokemon Winds and Waves or Generation 10. Now, this is actually good news in my eyes because we've had many leaks recently and many rumors about us apparently not actually getting any more trailers or news about the game this year. And now this information you guys probably have already seen because it was actually the orchestra video that they just dropped. And now I know you're probably thinking, why are you even talking about this? But trust me when I say this, I have a real reason behind my theory here and why this is actually great news for us, the fans, that they actually did this and posted this. In my opinion, this is probably the biggest marketing tactic that they have had since the big reveal trailer back in February. This could be the time when we are finally entering that real promotional cycle, which I know that this stuff isn't necessarily news, but the orchestra is great. Like, it sounds amazing. Low-key gave me some chills. But they're finally acknowledging the game publicly again, but in a bigger and better way, because obviously they've been tweeting random stuff like, what start are you gonna pick, blah blah blah, this or that. But this is an actual real big marketing tactic because this is a huge thing to set up. With this marketing right here, we're also kind of seeing more of like the theme of Winds and Waves, and it's gonna slowly build hype. And guess what, guys, this has gone crazy on the internet today. People are going crazy talking about it, saying how good it is. This is literally just them testing fan engagement without even dropping a trailer. So this can open the door for, guess what, a random surprise announcement maybe this summer or later this year, because like I mentioned earlier, we have had leaks and rumors from reputable sources that we are most likely not going to be getting any big, I guess, reveal trailers or news for these games this year. The other thing is CoroCoro magazine that comes out very, very soon. I'm not sure the exact date. And apparently that will give us new information about the game. Probably nothing insane, but it did claim, I guess, something new, like a little update with Winds and Waves, which technically means it's going to be some brand new information. But the leaks that I'm talking about basically said like Game Freak themselves probably won't give us a big trailer, but things can change. Things always change. Just because something has been said, or even if, you know, Game Freak really are planning on not giving us any more updates on this game this year, doesn't actually mean that they can't change their mind. And now let me bring up Star Fox. So Star Fox the other day, they announced a Star Fox Direct literally 10 minutes before they even dropped the Direct. So with that being said, what if we got that exact same treatment, but with Pokemon and with Winds and Waves, where they're gonna announce, yo guys, we're gonna do some random update, maybe even a small trailer, or just talking about the game for you guys right here in 10 minutes. Because Nintendo, they do this a lot. Like, I am not kidding, guys. If you follow all of the big Nintendo announcements and stuff, they do this very often, where they announce something and very shortly after they do a whole direct or drop a video, or even just sometimes randomly drop a trailer on like 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, like the most random times. But to argue against that, you could say because Pokemon and Nintendo technically are two separate companies, because Pokemon is split up and divided between a few different companies. So I just still think this is great news, because even though it's not a major trailer, which obviously I want to see because this game is going to look really, really good in that next trailer, because that first trailer being like, what, a year and a half-ish ahead of time from when the game actually releases, looked really great. So with that being said, the next trailer is probably going to look even better with the graphics. So this next trailer, regardless of when they do drop it, it probably will be awesome. I have very high hopes, hopefully, you know, not too high of hopes. But this orchestra video could be one of their first phases for the hype that they want to build. So it's going to reawaken discussions online, which it definitely has. It's testing the community's excitement for this game, which it definitely has, in a positive way, in my opinion, as well. So with Winds and Waves, I think they're going to go at this with a completely different style of marketing. Because before this, fans were expecting absolutely nothing for the year. But now that we randomly have this orchestra that did drop, like I said, I know it's not a big announcement, and I'm not trying to like overhype it for you guys, but without warning, they did do this and gave this to us, which means they probably will at least be doing something else later this year. And honestly, just reading what people are saying about it online, a lot of people are like, well, this technically is news from Pokemon themselves, so it is pretty promising. And personally, if I didn't see any of these leaks and rumors about us apparently not getting any more news this year, I would think that this is good, just because they're probably just kind of low-key hyping us up a little bit for hopefully what is going to become a Pokemon Presents in the summertime. I really, really hope so. And within that Pokemon Presents, I also do hope to see maybe another classic game being brought back to the Switch and the Switch 2 with maybe Generation 2 or Generation 3, just because we're not getting any games this year. So I feel like it would be a smart time, the best time, better than ever, if they ever wanted to bring these games over to the Switch. But obviously that's a whole nother discussion. But let me know about that. Like, what classic game would you guys want to see if they did bring some back? And on top of that, let me know what you think about this orchestra. Like I said, I know the orchestra itself like isn't a direct big announcement, but the idea and concept behind them actually doing this is good news. And also, side note, I did just drop a merch store. Obviously no pressure at all to buy anything, but if you do want to support the channel, I do have a couple of stickers and a couple of t-shirts and stuff on there, which I do want to eventually drop more designs over time. Anyway, if you are around watching this for the video, comment down below. Elephant, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone